how hugs and kisses are more important than sex in your relationship. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the often ignored building block of your relationship, hugs and kisses without sexual intent. Physical love language delivers the message of your love to your spouse instantly and immediately. When you physically display your love, your spouse feels it intensively and comprehensively without having an iota of doubt about it. What does physically displaying your love actually include? A sudden affectionate kiss, a pat in the cheeks, arms around the shoulders of your spouse, snuggling your spouse up to you, a warm and caring smile, a lingering look of appreciation, holding hands. These sorts of physical gestures are actually love initiators. It brings incredible love into a relationship. But it is sad that most couples ignore physically displaying their love for each other. Yes, most of you scarcely exhibit your love physically to your spouse. You do not convey your love in words either. You feel that sex is the only time you should be physically close to your spouse. Of course, sex is exciting to you and your spouse. And touching each other during your lovemaking makes you feel exhilarated. But the pleasure being physically intimate with your spouse gives you is feeble and transitory. You forget the pleasure of your lovemaking as soon as it is over. But your spouse never outgrows the pleasure of being hugged and kissed by you. When you touch your spouse without sexual intent, it instantly conveys the message of your true love to him or her. It is indeed sad that you often go about your married life without paying attention to its finer aspects. Your spouse wants to feel your love. Your spouse also wants you to display your love. What could be a better option than hugs and kisses from you? When you are newly married, both hugged and kissed each other often. But as years go by, these sort of exciting physical touches between you become rare and far in between. Do you know your spouse never outgrows his or her craving for hugs and kisses from you? But strangely, you never exhibit your love through these most emphatic ways to express your love. Do you know that hugs and kisses literally transform your relationship from the ordinary to the extraordinary? It is because it makes your love open to your spouse. Your hugs and kisses makes your spouse feel cared by you. Hugs and kisses without sexual intent gives that much of a sense of true bonding of love between you. It makes your spouse feel emotionally secure. Hugs and kisses make your spouse feel that you have not outgrown him or her. Can you see how much you make your spouse feel loved just through your loving physical gestures? When so much can be had by hugging and kissing your spouse, why do you neglect it as not that important? You often ignore the intricate aspects of your relationship because your lifestyle is hectic and chaotic. You're famished by your tight work schedule. Your energy level drains away by your long commuting hours from home to your workplace and from workplace to back to your home. You're often keyed up by your work-related stress and tension. You also have many family problems to be solved. The relationship issues you face with your spouse often makes you bitter and resentful against him or her. All these problems combines to make you feel all keyed up in your relationship. You're that tense that you do not have the energy to interact with your spouse. If at all you interact with your spouse, it is mostly about mundane family problems or money issues. And when you interact with your spouse, you hardly look at him or her. You look everywhere except at your spouse. When you feel physically hungry, you enjoy sex with your spouse. You feel that when you make love, you're physically satisfying your spouse. After your lovemaking, there's hardly any physical contact between you and your spouse. You're living your married life the wrong way. Unless you make your spouse feel loved, you cannot enjoy your relationship with him or her. Are you wondering how to use the physical love language in your marriage? It is the simplest of simple technique. There are times you might have argued with your spouse without any valid reason. After your anger cools down, you now want to show your spouse that you're sorry. A warm hug and the simple words "I'm sorry" will easily make the tension between you disappear. Is your spouse looking downcast? A caring kiss from you makes your spouse come out of his or her worries. Do you want to convey your love to your spouse? What could be more emphatic than a hug and a kiss? Sex gives you only fleeting pleasure. You forget the pleasure after your lust is satisfied. But a warm hug or kiss conveys your pure love emphatically to your spouse. Do you know that hugs and kisses without sexual intent has many magical messages of love? I love you. I will always support you. I'm always for you. I appreciate your love and care. I miss you. I'm sorry. I cannot do without you. You mean everything to me, and I also know that I mean everything to you. Such wonderful love messages, aren't they? Why does your husband want kisses and hugs from you? Your husband is not demonstrative about his feelings and emotions. Though your husband might have tons of work-related pressures, he keeps it bottled up and never really exhibits his true feelings to you. When you give your husband a warm hug and an affectionate kiss to convey to him that he will easily overcome his problems, he relaxes in the warmth of your support. Your husband feels motivated when you appreciate his ability. The sudden and impulsive hug you give your husband gives him utmost pleasure. It is because your hug makes him feel completely loved and cared by you. Why does your wife need kisses and hugs from you? As a woman, your wife is very emotional by nature. She literally craves for physical show of affection from you. But as a man, you make the silly mistake of thinking that you can satisfy your wife by making ardent love to her. This is a top mistake most men make. Your wife needs cuddling from you. She loves it when you pat her cheeks affectionately. Your wife wants your arms around her shoulders. She wants you to look into her eyes. She wants to lean on your shoulders. She wants many hugs and kisses from you. None of these are difficult, isn't it? After marriage, you become wooden and insensitive towards the feelings of your wife. Do not ever think that sex is the only way to satisfy your wife. Both need affection gestures of love. What more can forcefully and emphatically display your love than hugs and kisses? Did this video make you understand why kisses and hugs without sexual intent mean a lot to your marriage? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part your relationship goal.